Hello everyone, hope you're doing and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 17 of the March daily LeetCode challenge and we have an easy question in front of us. See, let me give you a total summary of what we've seen now. From last 1 week, we were seeing questions on the topic of binary search. Believe me, there were some very good questions. When you cannot think of any optimization, there the binary search topic comes into play. And believe me, there were some really good questions. So if you want to, boost your skills or if you want to boost your rank, okay, in the daily weekly contest that we have, in the regular weekly contest that we have or the bi-weekly contest that we have in LeetCode, you should definitely learn the binary search part because I've seen, like, believe me, I've seen multiple questions from that topic coming in the weekly challenges. Okay, weekly and bi-weekly challenges. So yep, that was something that I want to tell you. And now coming to today's question, it is slightly different. Now the binary search part is now over. Now we are entering a new era. So in this question, if you see, we are basically coming to the part of hash table or bit manipulation, one of these. Okay, so in this question I will show you three approaches basically, and believe me, all the approaches that I'm showing you are beating 100% of the test cases. Okay, this one is, as you can see. Okay, like I will show you three solutions, like based on whatever tags they have mentioned here. For all of them I will be showing a solution. Okay, as simple as that. So all the tags they have mentioned, I will be showing a solution on that. And obviously, because it's easy question, there are multiple ways to do the same. I will again repeat this thing I have been telling from multiple times. I will again repeat, whenever you see easy question, believe me, that will be the most hardest thing to you know to do in the interview. Because why I will say that? See, easy question, that means everyone can do that. Okay, so for you to make such a code, to show such a performance that you are going to the next level. Okay, even when you're getting this kind of easy question, is definitely hard. Okay, so when it's easy question, everyone can do it. Okay, so you will have to do something in such a way that you are definitely selected for the next level. So what all you can do, the first thing that you can do is, first of all, yeah, you should be able to code it multiple solutions. Okay, you should be able to show multiple solutions with multiple optimizations. That's the first thing. Second thing is that if you are able to code a solution which is beating 100%, believe me, it will leave a very great mark on the interviewer. Okay, I have seen that happening. Okay, so people who are doing normal and people who have achieved at least one solution which is beating 100% of other solutions, definitely they leave a mark. Okay, that is the second thing. Okay, and third thing is, like, you should be good without using any inbuilt functions. Okay, you should not be using any inbuilt functions. See, at least one solution you should be able to code without using any inbuilt functions. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, especially for these questions. Now let's see what this question is. It's a very basic, simple question. See, what you are given is, you are given a number. Okay, here the elements are going to be between. It will be, all the numbers are between 1 to 500. Okay, 1 to 500. Okay, what you have to do is you have to tell whether. See, you have to basically form pairs. Okay, so there are going to be 2 into n numbers. Okay, so if you are seeing this, see, n is going to be between this. Okay, n is going to be between this. Okay, and there are going to be 2 into n numbers. Okay, so there are at most that you will getting is 1,000 numbers. Okay, as simple as that. Now each of those numbers are going to be between 1 and 500. Okay, 1 to 500. What you have to do is, you will have to form pairs. What you have to do is, see, a pair means that, for example, 3 can form a pair with another 3. Okay, something like that. One number should form a pair with the same number again. Okay, so what will happen is, see, for every number that should exist a same number once again. Okay, for the first thing. Second thing is that, for example, if 3 is there and let's say there are no other 3, then it cannot form a pair with anything else. Okay, simple as that. In that case, you'll have to return false. So basic idea of the question is, you will have to return true if all the numbers present can be paired up. Okay, that is as simple as that. It can be paired up, you have to return true. If it cannot be paired up, you have to return false. Okay, so give me an example number one. If you see, this 3 is getting paired with this 3. Okay, and there are other 4 twos. Okay, there are 4 twos after that. 4 twos can be obviously paired with 2 twos being in single group and the other 2 twos being in another group. Okay, another pair. So as you can see, these are the pairs we have. So we can say that, yeah, all the numbers are getting paired up. So answer is true. If you see, in this case, 1 is not having a pair, similarly 2 is not having a pair, and similarly others. Okay, even if one number is not having a pair, you have to return false. That is the basic idea of this question. Let us see what we can do. Okay, so in the first section that I'm going to show you, here I'm using a set. Okay, why I'm using sets? Because here I don't have to record the frequency as such. Okay, I just need to know whether a number was previously present or not. Okay, I did not bother about the frequency. See, here we are only concerned about whether number was present previously or not. Okay, we don't need to know anything before that, after that. Okay, that means I need not know, like, if this number was present 5 times or 6 times or 7 times, nothing like that. I don't have to do that. Okay, simple as that. For that reason, I'm going to consider the set. Okay, in the set, what I'm doing is, I'm going through every number. What I'm checking is, before, see, this is the first step. If this number is already there in the set, that means this number occurred previously and this number is occurring for the second time. So whenever the number is occurring for the second time, you'll have to remove that from the set. Okay, remember, this is the only option you have to do. If that is not the case, okay, if that is not the case, that means this number we have not seen previously. In that case, just add this number to the set. Okay, there are two operations. First thing is, if this number is already existing before, you have to simply remove it. If this number is not existing, then you have to simply add it. Okay, as simple as that. Once this is done, you'll have to just see whether this particular set is empty or not. Okay, if this set is not empty, you will have to return false, because there, if this set is not empty, that means there was a number for which a pair could not be found. Okay, there was at least one number for which a pair could not be found. In other case, you have to return true. Okay, as you can see, this is clearing all the test cases, and I've already shown you this is beating 100% of the solutions. Okay, as simple as that. And yep, I will come to this part in a while. I will show you why the bit manipulation it cannot work here. They have mentioned the bit manipulation tag here, but I will explain you why this won't work. But yeah, at last, okay, first let me show you the other solutions. So the first solution that I showed you, it is based on the set. Okay, now the second solution, let us go for the array. Okay, here I will be showing you how to do it with the array. Okay, now see, in this case, this solution also beating 100% test case, by the way. So yeah, for this set, it's very simple. See, because I know that all the numbers, okay, all the numbers are going to be up to 500. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm creating a array directly. Okay, this array will always we have constant length. Okay, always for every value of nums. Okay, for whatever with the value of length of nums, the element pair. Okay, this particular array will always have 500 elements only. Okay, so what I'm doing is whenever I see a number, what I'm doing is I am going and incrementing the LC. Again, this part is something that I will ensure that you will get confused. I'm using the XOR operator here. This thing basically people don't understand, but yeah, I want you to see the basic art is very simple. If a element is seen for the first time, go and make the value. See, already values are 0 here, right? So wherever element is seen for the first time, go and make that value 1. Okay, this value will be made as 1 for that particular index. If it occurs for the second time, you go and make it 0. Okay, so it is very simple. If element occurs for the first time, see, if a element occurs for the first time, what you have to do, go and change the value to 1. Okay, simple as that. Similarly, whenever the element occurs for the second time, okay, what you have to do, go and change back the value to 0. Okay, simple as that. That is a basic idea that you have to follow. For doing that, what I'm doing is I'm doing the XOR. Okay, see, what I'm doing, see, initial value is 0. 0 is being XORed with 1. Okay, 0 is being XORed with 1. Remember, I am talking about the XOR operator. Okay, it's a bitwise operator. What we'll do is XOR basically means that if the values are same, then the result will be 0. If the values are different, then the result will be 1. Okay, so if the value is 0, the XOR will make it 1. If the value is 1, the XOR will make it 0. That is, it will be toggling. Okay, so XOR with 1 gives a toggling effect. That is what I want to tell you. XOR with 1 gives a toggling effect. Okay, so this is something that I want to teach you through this solution. Remember, this is not, you can do it in a simple way also, but just to teach you this, I am showing you this. Maybe like, see what will happen. No, in an interview, if you're able to show these kind of solutions, definitely it will be impressing the interviewer. Okay? See, this is an easy question. It can be solved in multiple ways, but if you are showing something like this will give. See, idea is, even for easy question, you want to show your class. Okay, you want to show your class to the interviewer. Okay, you have already coded one solution. This is your second solution. Definitely, you can do something like this in this. Okay, you can take this risk. As simple as that. So interval will know that, okay, you are even aware of these things. You are slightly familiar with the topic of bit function also. So this, okay, as simple as that. So I hope you are now understanding what is this. What it will do is, if the value is 0, it will be made as 1 because of the XOR. Okay, if the value is 1, then it will be made as 0. Okay, simple as that. So after this whole for loop completes, what we will do is we will come and see whether there is any one in this whole array. In this whole array, see, initially all are zeros. After doing this for loop, what I will check is in this array whether any element has, that is, if any index has the value 1 or not. Okay, if any element has the value 1, okay, any index has the value 1, then we'll have to return false, otherwise we have to return true. Okay, I will again repeat. See, it will go and count the number of ones present in this array. Okay, if there are more than, that is, the non-zero count of ones are present, then we'll return false, otherwise you have to return true. Okay, as simple as that. So I have explained you what is XOR, what is the, like, how the XOR of one gives a toggling effect. Okay, so see, like some days back we had a whole series of XOR, like bit mention questions. There we have seen XOR for so many times, so there I've taught in detail like what is like XOR. Like, see, you have to just go and Google search what is bitwise XOR. It will give you the combinations. Okay, if the two bits are same, the result will be 0. If the two bits are different, the result will be 1. Okay, the same logic we are going to use it. Okay, I'm not going in detail, but just a heads up to you. Go and research. If you're not aware of this, just do a Google search, try to see the patterns. Okay, try to understand how, like, the bits behave, how the result behaves differently for each of the bit case. Okay, for each case of the bit, right? Now, coming to the third case, see, what we have seen till now, we have seen a set solution. Okay, we have seen a array solution. Okay, let us go for the third. Okay, so what is the third case? The third case is going to be a dictionary. Okay, what is a dictionary? See, why the idea of dictionary is coming. Idea of dictionary is relevant here because here we are dealing with the frequencies. So here they are trying to pair up. Okay, that is, each number present here should be paired up with another number, like that. Okay, that is, each number present should have a frequency of greater than 2 basically. Okay, that's what they're trying to have, frequency of 2 basically, not greater than, it should be equal to 2. Okay, as simple as that. Either, or in general, like, let me make it very clear, each number present in this array should have a frequency it should have even frequency. Okay, in this case, if you see 3 has a frequency 2 and the number 2 has a frequency 4, so the frequency should be even always. Okay, as simple as that. So what you can do is you can record the frequency and then try to see if the frequency even or not. That is first thing that you can do. Otherwise, what you can do is again you can use the idea of toggling. Okay, the same thing I've used here also. I'm doing the toggling here also. See, whatever I did here, same thing I'm doing here also. Here what happened is, here already for all the 500 numbers you have done. Okay, now you will ask me why I'm doing for 500. The idea here is each number is going to be between 1 and to 500. Okay, as simple as that. So that's why doing I minus 1, because see, there is no number 0, right? 0 will never come here. Okay, the number cannot be 0. So to what I'm doing is I'm doing a minus 1. Okay, that is the number 1 will go to 0th index and so on. Okay, that is the basic idea. Now in the solution, I'm creating a default dictionary. See, normally, no, in Python, sorry, in LeetCode, you don't have to import anything. Okay, these things will already there. But yeah, I'm just saying that even like if you are using this, you should know that you have to import it like this. Okay, as simple as that. So what is default dictionary? Default dictionary means that, see, by default, since I've given, if you see, the value I've given is int. Okay, that means by default, whenever a key is being checked, the values for 0 will be allotted to it. Okay, if you see what is happening, I'm going through each of the each element here, and then I'm doing that this particular, okay, I'm passing this as an index. Okay, I'm passing this as the key. For this key, whatever the value, that value is being XORed with 1. Okay, as simple as that. Now you will ask me, like, I have not made any entries to this. Okay, I have not made any entries to this, then how the XOR is happening, how the values are fetched. Okay, so the idea here is it is a default dictionary. Okay, default dictionary means by default, whenever you are trying to check the value of a key that doesn't exist. Okay, whenever you're trying to check the value of a key that doesn't exist, by default the value will be 0 for that. Okay, so in this case also, let us say the I minus 1 key is not existing, so by default the value will 0 will be used in this case. So 0 will be XORed with 1, and the value 1 will be now stored as the final value of this key. Okay, simple as that. Similarly, let's say the value exists and the value is 1, so 1 will be XORed with 1, and the see, 1 XOR 1 gives 0, so value 0 will be stored as the value for this particular key. Okay, simple as that. I hope this topic is clear to know. If not clear, pause the video, go back 5-10 seconds what I've said, and then again play. I'm sure that you will understand this part. Okay, idea is very very simple here. If this key doesn't exist, what will happen is, when you are try to fetch the value for this key which doesn't exist, the value 0 will be returned, so 0 will be XORed with 1, and the value 1 will be stored. Okay, for this key. Okay, the second case is that when the value already exists for this key, then the same value will be taken. Okay, the value usually will be 1. Okay, the value 1 will be taken, 1 will be XORed with 1, but will give 0. Okay, so it will be 0 and will be stored here. Okay, so idea is same, whatever we have done, no, but in the second solution, the same thing we are doing here also. I already told you the other approaches, you can store the frequencies that count directly, and let's see if all the frequencies are of even count or not. Okay, as simple as that. So after doing this, what I'm checking is very simple thing. I'm just going to the values of each of the all the keys. For all the keys, I'm getting the values. The values are being summed. If that sum is greater than 0, okay, if that sum is greater than 0, that will indicate that there is one number for which the pair was not formed. Okay, in that case we have to return 0, otherwise you have to return true. Okay, idea here is, see, if if for each element a pair is present, then what will happen is, the for each key the value will always be 0. Okay, as simple as that. In that case the sum will also come 0. In that case this condition will not be true and false will not be written. Okay, in that case true will be written, otherwise false will be written. Okay, if the sum value is greater than 0, then we have to return false, because there was a case where the value was left as 1, it did not become 0 after that. Okay, that means only one occurrence of that element was present, or occurrence for that even element was present. Okay, as simple as that. So this was my third solution. Okay, so now coming back to this, see what we have seen till now. We have seen the array solution. Okay, we have seen a hash solution also, that is the hash set solution. We have seen a set solution also. Okay, this is a set solution. Now coming to the bit manipulation part. See, these kind of questions can be solved using the bit manipulation idea, but there is a catch here. This particular question, the way it is defined, it cannot be solved using that XOR. Okay, why I'm saying that? See, I'm giving you example here. In this case, see, I'm taking four numbers. Okay, so I've written their binary values here. Okay, for the number 4, this is the binary value. For the number 2, this is the binary value. For the number 1, this is the binary value. For the number 7, this is the binary value. Okay, if you see, if I do XOR of all three numbers, what I'm going to get? See, idea here is, if you see, one is present here. Okay, one is present here and one is present here also. Okay, so one is present in this particular bit. Okay, this is the bit which represents the value of 4. Okay, it is 2 square. Okay, this particular value is for 2 square. Okay, that is 4. Okay, in this case only two bits are set. Okay, which is even number. Similarly here, this particular bit, if you talk about, this is set in two places among the four numbers. Okay, similarly if you talk about the bit for the ones place, okay, that is 2 power 0 place. Here it is set here one time, and here it is set one time. So again, total two times. That is for even number of times it is set in 2 power 0. It is set for even number of times in 2 power 1. Okay, and similarly it is set even number of times for even 2 power 2. Okay, as simple as that. Now what will happen is, if you do the XOR of only these places, what result will get is, we'll get 0. Okay, so like some people may conclude that, okay, if we do XOR and the result is 0, we can conclude that for every number a pair is present. But this case that I'm trying to prove you that See this case here, for none of the numbers the pair is present, still the XOR result will come as 0. Okay, as simple as that. So whenever the numbers are same, then XOR result will be 0. If the numbers are different, the XOR will be 1. Okay, as simple as that. So again, the same idea is going to happen. XOR result will come as 0. So that is the basic idea why I'm saying this kind of solution will not work for the case that we have here. Okay, as simple as that. So this is the example for that. Okay, what could happen is maybe in the interview, the interviewer will ask you to try to do a binary, I mean the bit manipulation solution. You may try, and after that you may not be able to solve. Then you will have to claim that okay, this thing we cannot do XOR here in this case. Okay, then he may ask you to prove why it cannot be, and you have to show an example like this. Okay, as simple as that. So yeah, friend, that was all for this particular video. This question, see, I will again repeat, whenever it is easy question being asked in the face-to-face interview, believe me, it is going to be very tough for you to go to the next round. Why it is like that? Because everyone can solve. Okay, then how the interview will decide which one to take? Okay, which candidate to take further? That is the reason why you will have to deliver more than what the question asks. Okay, please note these points. This is not, see, no one will tell you these things. Okay, easy question will come. Maybe someone can take this question and put it in the internet. You will prepare the same, and you will sit in the interview again. You will again get rejected. The idea here is you will have to deliver more than what the interviewer asks, because everyone can deliver what the question asks in this case. Okay, so you have to show multiple solutions. You have to show at least one solution which beats 100% of the test cases. And the third point is that you will have to show optimizations also. That is, all the solutions should not be doing the same thing. They should be different, and obviously you have to optimize for that. You have to go from brute force till the optimization that you can go for. Okay, as simple as that. And if possible, if you have that capability, try to show in a multiple language. That is, if try to prepare solutions in Python and Java. Okay, so that both aspects you can show. Okay, in the single question you can show both the skills of both the languages. Okay, Python is good, but again, I will again repeat, never go with a single language, because in some online assessments what happened, no, they give you only limited choices. Okay, for example, I will say, like, in for one of the companies, I guess it was Infosys. So when we had that, okay, what would happen is, in like, that was the Infitig. Okay, what happened is they only give Java and Python, if I remember correctly. They were not giving C++. Okay, so that is the basic idea. Try to know what is trending in the industry. You should be knowing that. Okay, because that is very important. If you're not, see, that's why I'm taking every language, whichever is there in the syllabus, or whichever is expected out of you. Like, you might have heard from your seniors, right, what is being asked. So those things you should be knowing. It's not like you should be completely blank, or you should be completely professional. It's not like that. You should be in the middle always. Okay, so that if needed, you can train yourself within 1 week or so that you are in a position where you can solve the questions. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Always remember, the problem solving ideas are important. Okay, the language, the medium could be different. Okay, you may be asked to solve the same question in Java. Always remember, if you have the right idea, if you have the right knowledge, you can solve in other languages also. But again, you need to know the syntax. Okay, you just need to know the basic syntax, the basic data structures. Okay, so have it, like, always, at least for one time, for Java and Python both, study all the data structures. Okay, how they are implemented and all that. Have some notes, so that if required, if within a week or so, you will be able to prepare the other language. Okay, let us say interview says in a week time that there will second interview where you have to code in Java, so you can prepare that. Okay, so these things are very important. Both languages should be known, because when you're going to step into the industry, it's not like, because we are not good in one language, you're missing some projects, some good projects. It should not be like that. Okay, as simple as that. So yeah, that was all for this video. This was an easy question, but I took some time extra to show you some of the real scenarios that are happening in the world. Okay, even with easy questions, people are getting rejected. Why they're getting rejected? The basic idea is because other people are giving better performance than you in the same question. They are delivering more than what is asked for in this question. Okay, simple as that. So yeah, that was all for this particular video. If you have any questions, please do let me know. We can discuss it further. If you like my content, please do subscribe to the channel. This really gives a lot of motivation to continue further. I'm about to reach 150 like continuous days of solving LeetCode, and obviously, like, I'm almost about to touch 1,000 questions in LeetCode. So let's see how many more days we can. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.